All right, all right, all right. Hey guys, it's me, Epsilsi. Sorry about the background. I'm moving out here in a couple days to go back home for the summer when we're off from school for the semester. Which apologies, I did say I'd start doing stuff more often on the channel. Um, I have some things in the work that I'm going to be planning over the summer, but just don't expect anything like massive and every week sort of thing. I'll figure it out here and eventually, and I'll make an update video on it. But today we are going over the Season of the Splicer trailer for Destiny 2. I'll be breaking it down here in a minute, but first we're just going to watch it because, you know, it's Destiny 2 and it's a new trailer. So and I'll do a shot-by-shot breakdown here, and we can look into what could be coming back, what they're not telling us exactly. So let's get into it. Okay, deep within the Vex network lies the power to extinguish humanity once and for all. And I am on 1080p, so... Okay.
This morning, for the first time in humanity's long...
Hold on, I'm gonna put closed cap.
...and storied history, the sun did not rise.
Oh!
It's a Vex simulation that has plunged the city into an endless night.
Okay.
Osiris and I could only think of one we might
shit,
turn
there's
to.
Osiris.
Mithrax.
Yo.
He claims to be among the last sacred
I just see baby
splicers.
fall.
Those with the power to commune with machines.
So that's why it's the Season of the Splice.
Find him, Guardian. Before the Vex do.
Oh, neat armor, neat.
We must splice an entrance to the Vex network.
That's Mithrax talking.
I can guide you, but I cannot follow.
Oh, new
Once
shotgun.
inside, you must find your own way.
Okay, those are the seasonal weapons. Yo, what? That's like a glacial cluster grenade. Okay, transmog, I knew about that. Ah, the vault of glass. Oh! Wait, is that a stasis weapon?
Gather your light.
Okay, so there's a new exotic mission, possibly? Wait a second. That looked like the Nova Mortis. Okay, that's a new fragment for the Titans, or an aspect. So that's like a concept of Mithrax. Okay, we're going to be doing a shot by shot here, but overall opinions here. That was incredible. They have to find a way to, because I remember reading the TWAB last week, and they said that the Vault of Glass returning does not have to do with the story. I feel like that's a lie, but like, they said they weren't bringing back Venus. I'm sad about that, because bringing back Venus could also tie into the story, like Mithrax is on Venus with his new house. Which I feel like they had a good opportunity for a story there, but they didn't take it up as much. But also, it looks like Bungie is hiding a couple of exotics from us, which when I go through the breakdown, I'll talk about that. So, let's get back to the beginning here. Alright. So it looks like we're getting a real cyberpunk theme for the season. I honestly really like that because, frankly, we've seen this bleak and futuristic look to the Vex network all the time. Well, at least to Vex architecture. We've never truly seen what the Vex network inside looks like. The only person I think who has is been Cade, and he's long dead, so he can't tell us. Okay. I like the look because it keeps flashing purple, and we see that purple mist over the city here. Wait a second. These towers. There is the mission where you finally take down Nokris. Where you have to travel into the Ascendant Plane to do so. Are these ships, these pointy ships in the Ascendant Plane. I need to figure out if I have an image of it that I can put up on screen. If I don't, I'll just say I don't. But there are these. When I looked up a couple times in the mission, you could see these pointy ships looking down. But these look like Vex versions of those ships. We know the Hive and the Ascendant Plane have a lot to do with the darkness, but could this, with the blue as well, the blue of it, could this also imply that the Vex have unlocked like what the Hive have with the darkness, the communication with the darkness? Hold on. Salem, come here. Sorry, one of my cats is having a little bit of a temper tantrum. All right, let's keep going.
This morning, for the first...
All right, okay, so that was actually a fucking dope transition. That's clean. That's clean.
First time in humanity's long...
Okay, we get this first look at this Vex, like, simulation effect, which, honestly, I can understand it. It looks cool, but I honestly am not... I mean, I'll get the wide shot here in a sec. Okay, I feel like the main characters of this season are Ikora, Saint, and Osiris. Because, well, the Guardians that are it. Obviously, Misrax, the Fallen Kell of Light, is the main character of the season because he's a Splicer, one of the last ones from the trailer set, apparently. So, let's keep going.
The sun did not rise.
Okay, I feel like that if the Vex tried this shit, the Traveler would be like, nah, fam, let's not do it. But for story purposes, unless they trap the Traveler within a simulation, which is impossible, or highly improbable. But I do like the design of, like, the flowing of the energy through the city, as well as you get these noticeable, like, Vex lines that we usually see in, like, their structures and strongholds.
It's a Vex simulation that is...
Okay, we get a look at what I believe is the main boss of the matchmaking activity, and it's this Atheon-looking motherfucker, which, since the Vault of Glass is returning, having a Vex Conflux mind look similar to Atheon is a bit of a, like, nice touch and nice nod to it, to the Vex network that existed there. I'm sad that we're only seeing base tier Vex and not, like, the precursors or descendants, or maybe a new collective of Vex that have to do with this. Like, if these Vex, like, let's just say instead of these regular breastplating, we had the lines like that up there on new Vex, I would love to see a new collective eventually. But Destiny 1, I have to say this, Destiny 1 outdid themselves with different factions, and Bungie did exceptionally well with that. But now, Bungie, well, they've gotten a bit lazy with enemy races and factions of them, because, like, I would love to go out in the patrol zones and see, like, on certain planets, the regular Vex, but go to Mercury when Mercury was still around and see precursor Vex. We see it in the moon, we see the descendant Vex. But, like, I would love to see a new Vex system, like, have it similar aesthetic to this Atheon ripoff on normal Vex.
This plunged the city.
Yeah, like, seriously. You get those holographic lines. It just looks like a regular boss. It looks like Atheon 2.0 pretty much. And I love that. If that was there on every Vex, that would be interesting.
Into an endless night.
Okay, so they say plunge into an endless night. So that means the simulation is surrounding the entire city. Or it's surrounding our sun, which If it means it's just the city, that's one thing. That means how are we able to escape the simulation? But if it's simulating the entire system so far that the sun isn't shining, that means it plunges all the planets in the darkness. So we shouldn't have to then go to the Cosmodrome, which is apparently not that far away from the city. Well, geographically wise, not that far away from the city. And it be daytime like normal. I believe that if they do this right, that the entire system is under the simulation, not just the city. Because how are we escaping the simulation? Do we just enter and leave as we will? That's a story point that they'll have to address when time comes.
Osiris and I could only think of one we might turn.
Okay, so it's good that Osiris, who is one of the most infamous yet famous Vanguard members, has been a primary hero, a primary character in these last few seasons. Season of the Hunt, Season of the Chosen, and now Season of the Splicer. It's very nice seeing that a character lore-wise that has been so, so underused in the game, besides, like, Trials of Osiris, which he doesn't really have much to do for, is being used as a character that will just get more people interested in the lore. And I appreciate Osiris being constantly in the seasonal content.
Turn to Mithra.
Okay, so let's slow it down here, do a couple shots. We see Mithrax drop down around these Fallen. I'm seeing it right here. Baby Fallen. We fucking have baby. We know what baby Eliksni look like. And it looks like the colors of the House of Light are like a green, blue, and beige sort of color. They also could be houseless Eliksni, and were like with that skiff event where we have to save them. These are the people who are leaving. These are the Eliksni that are leaving. And they're trying to escape. And I believe Mithrax himself was guiding one of these missions, and that's when he crashed, and why he's on Europa. But we get to see what baby Eliksni look like. You see one on the back, a big one on the back, and you see 3 little ones in the arms. Yeah, these are all dregs as well. They're not they're no vandals, no nothing. They're all dregs. So that's another thing.
Claims to be among.
Okay, we get to see the Fallen House of Light symbol, which, sorry about that, which looks like a mixture of the House of Wolves and House Salvation. It's red. It looks like his colors, though, are red and gold, which obviously inspired the good color scheme of the Romans. However, yeah, it definitely looks like House Wolves and House Salvation as the... It also could be House Wolves and House Kings as inspiration. Because we all know Mithrax was a captain in the King's house, I believe it was. And when House Dusk formed because of the houses collapsing, he kept his yellow color scheme along with the purple.
The last.
Okay, so we start to see, yeah, it's definitely a gold and red style here.
Sacred Splicer.
Yeah, you get to see it up front. Oh, yeah, there's a good shot of the, like a rigid spine with these things. Okay, so that is something. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, so this isn't Mithrax. People, I don't know why people thought it, but like our good old friend from the place, Mithrax, has had a bit of a design overhaul. So this is no longer Mithrax's full design. However, he's keeping his design there. I'll read off that later. Actually, let me, because this will help. This is the new design for Misrax. He's no longer fully the Misrax we knew. Because Bungie obviously just slapped red on the Dusk Captain and decided to call it good. We're finally getting a proper image of Misrax, which is this techno-organic fallen captain, now fallen Kel of his own house, who is the last of his sort of Splicer lineage. So we see him use his robotic arm, to create this like Vex, pretty much energy.
Those with the power.
And you can see him more clearly here, opening some sort of Vex gateway.
Or to commune with machines.
Alright, a couple new sparrows. Okay, so the Cabal are still orbiting. Keitel is still here. She's not out of the picture. She's still here. Which means, like, you know, obviously they might have also just left it in the sandbox because, like, yeah, the Cabal are in our system now. We got to accept it. And, like I said, crashing. I'm betting that's the crash site in the first mission. Yep, it's a skiff.
Before the Vex do.
Okay. Neat new armor. I don't like the Hunter's cloak. I feel like Hunters have been getting the short end of the stick a bit here. As a Hunter main, I do say they've been getting the short end of the stick on armor-wise, because the cloaks aren't always good. The Titans, however, I do have to admit theirs look pretty... Warlocks, their helmet looks cool. Their bond looks cool. Honestly, they look cool. That's all I can really say about the armor. However, let me put this back on full screen. We do see the new seasonal weapons. No exotics. These are the style of seasonal weapons. It looks like a shotgun, sidearm, and submachine gun. Definitely looks like Fallen and Vex, like infused, but we can get into that here in a minute. Okay, we get to see it more. Definitely a shotgun, pulse rifle or scout, sidearm, LMG, breech-loaded grenade launcher, and possibly sniper rifle in the beginning. No, I think that's the submachine gun in the beginning. So there's at least 6 different types. We can see the Hunter's new cosmetic armor, and same with the Warlocks, and the Titans there. Okay, new seasonal activity.
We must splice it.
Okay, they really have this cyberpunk and, like, unrendered style to the Vex network, it seems.
An entrance to the Vex network.
Okay, and we finally hear what Mithrak sounds like. Pretty cool. So he will be our ally to walk us through this matchmaking event, like Osiris was for the Spire and stuff, for the Sundial and stuff, and how like Anna Bray was for the public event matchmaking for the Season of the Worthy events.
I can guide you.
So the event's name is Override. I like that. I like that name. Good choice, Bungie. So yeah, we definitely get to see a bit more. Now this is something similar to Opulence, where it is a match-made activity, but it's also Are those new swords? They're bringing back the class-specific swords. Quickfang. They wouldn't actively have that out without it meaning something. So Crown Splitter, Quickfang, and the Warlocks one, I can't remember. I really didn't care that much.
But I can.
Okay, so we get to see it's a platforming event as well.
Not follow.
Okay, definitely. There it is. No Oh my god. Okay, so we might be getting a hunter aspect that doesn't create the tornado, but creates a larger impact zone of frozen enemies. That was good.
Once inside, you must
Okay, this is
find your
oh whoopsies. This is a neat style of the Vex architecture. I love it. Okay, let's keep going.
own way.
Oh, that's just a cool shot right there. Okay, so he's about to throw glacial grenade. That's not a normal glacial grenade. That's a glacial cluster grenade. Okay, so they're adding new. It's a new fragment that allows your glacial grenade to be a larger like diameter. It won't be a line, but it'll be a sphere, a circle of glacial clusters, or it's a new glacial grenade. I'm leaning towards the fragment because then this looks like a new type. All right. I know about armor synthesis. I don't need to know any more of it because Destiny kind of fucked it up. How they could have done it. I don't want to learn any more about it. Pog, vaulted glass stack. However, I said this before. Earlier. I want the story to somehow tie into the vault being back. I want that, like, in our activity, we find a way to transfer the Vex network and traverse it to Venus in front of the Vex citadel known as the Vault of Glass, the Vex stronghold. I want us to find a way with Misrax before the raid launches, because I honestly don't know the time when it launches. Give me a sec. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I was right. Hold on, let me. And sadly, I don't know. It's not telling me exactly. Hold on. Okay, so we do have a roadmap now as well. So it's a very bad roadmap, but okay, so now that I have a few things, I'll bring us back here. So I don't need the Misrax picture anymore. By the way, Atheon. That Vex Lord looks like an Atheon ripoff, but with red instead of white. So that's that. Let's get back over here. They said Vault of Glass will not be will not have to do anything with story. It'll be isolated, but we were able to get the time with a low res version of the roadmap from May 11th to the 24th. Okay, so we got, with it coming out next week, armor synthesis and the intro mission. The Endless Night Begins. Available to all players. New Stasis aspect quests. Requires Destiny to be online. Override Europa. Requires Season of the Splicer. So a lot of the stuff for this season is, in lack of a better term, freemium. AKA, some of it is free, but a lot of it is premium stuff where you have to pay to get it. So, looks like they're already bringing back the Trials of Osiris, if they fix that bug. Oh, so there's going to be the immediate week after Iron Banner and the Override for the Moon. In the 1st of June, we launched the new weekly Pinnacle activity, which we'll discuss it here in a moment. Okay, raid challenge. There's an epilogue, apparently. So, there's another weekly Pinnacle mission coming out end of June. So, let's get back to the thing here. Alright, so they're not showing us much gameplay. They're just showing us, like, overview shots of it, which makes me think that they've changed a bit of the mechanics as well as added champions, so they don't want to spoil anything for us. Okay, so the new Season Pass exotic is a Cryostasia 77,000. Of course it had to do with 7, so thanks, Bungie. I love you guys. Which means Stasis is now truly freemium, because the subclass is premium to Beyond Light holders, but weapons that have Stasis that are Season Pass exotics are now becoming free, because at level 35 of the Season Pass, you're traditionally able to get it when people at level 1 are able to get it. Hold on. Yes? Okay. One moment. Yeah. Oh, shit, cat. Alright, sorry about that. Just got my lunch dropped off. But yeah, so we have the Cryostasia 77,000 as a sidearm. Yep. And so it does. Normally it fires like the Stasis fractal event. I like the damaged look of it, but it seems just to be a Stasis Dreg's promise. And no, you're going down. It seems to be a Stasis Dreg's promise, which honestly I like. Oh, I like the spin it does on the back every single time. Like, let's get a replay of that. So it's constantly spinning. Okay, that's fine. Expunge is the new weekly mission. That'll go. And I believe that this will give you because there are rumors that the old exotic LMG, Super Good Advice, is returning this season. However, it looks like, if we continue to let it go. So, this is a weekly mission where we dive into the Vex network. Misrax is apparently guiding us, because that's his voice. Okay, right there. Yes, that looks like the seasonal weapon. Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was the Nova Mortis, which, if nobody knows, from D1, there's a weapon called the Nova Mortis, which it's essentially a Void Thunderlord. And I thought it was this when I first watched it, but looking at it closer, it looks to be the seasonal LMG. And that's the seasonal pulse, or is that a scout rifle? Looks like a scout rifle. New finisher. That's a new finisher. Oh, man, I'm really loving, like, the 8-bit style of... Okay, you need to... Alright. I really like the 8-bit, like, style, the 16-spot style of this, the network being in it. Get down. You need to get down. And I like Bungie's dedication. Like, if all Vex network, well, in the network at least, the ones guarding it, had the style of Atheon that original guy did, I would love that. Because that would mean, like, there's a collective meant to managing and guarding this network, while the others are meant to be outside of it. That would do a little bit more lore building. Okay, new That's a charged beam. Okay. Wait a second. Don't. No. Okay, that symbol on the back wall. That looks like the symbol with Outbreak Prime that signifies like SIVA parasites. I'm not going to say anything about it. Just going to leave it like that. They get a stasis javelin. Can't wait to see that in Crucible. Alright. There we go. That's it. Okay, so that's the video, at least, the breakdown of it. However, there's a lot of stuff in there that they didn't talk about. Ah, motherfucker. Fine, I'll disable my ad blocker. We get a little bit more, thanks to Paul Tassi on Forbes, to learn about... This is why I have ad blocker installed, guys, because of you. About a bit more info about season of the Splicer. Obviously, we get to follow Misrax, our favorite fallen buddy. Yeah, because Varix is an asshole. However, there's a few things that we don't get told immediately. We get to see a bit more of the the Cryosynthia. So it makes it a Freezy boy, and Crucible will want to shit themselves. We also get a better look at the season of the Splicer weapons. We get to witness the breech-loaded grenade launcher, which we don't know if that's kinetic or energy. My hope, kinetic. We get to see the sidearm. We get to see the submachine gun, which better be a Recluse clone. I want a Recluse clone. And we get to see I think that's a pulse rifle. So when we go back to here, they also claim, Paul Tassi claims that there are 30 new and repriced legendary weapons coming out. 4 of which are seasonal weapons. But I remember looking at that wide shot in the trailer. Where is it? This wide shot in the trailer shows more than just the 4. So that's a little tongue-in-cheek thing for people who didn't notice it in the trailer. There are also going to be 3 new exotics, like our usual thing that'll be found in the Lost Sectors. However, they're not arms, chest pieces, or anything else. They are all legs. It's not Season of the Splicer, it's Season of the Legs. So we have the Scale Eater scales, Star Eater scales for the Hunter, which allows Hunters to feast upon orbs of power, charging their super quicker, making it more potent. I'm curious how Hunters will be able to use that and what stasis nightmares it'll bring. The next is the Titan's path, the Path of the Burning Steps. Titan armor that converts solar eliminations into increased weapon damage and makes them more difficult to lock down with stasis. That's going to be something that Titans will love to use in Crucible to fight stasis hunters. By the way, I'm sorry for you if you have to deal with that. Then we have the Warlock's Boots of the Assembler. Condenses a Warlock's rifts, healing or empowering energy into projectiles that seek out their allies to bless them with noble benefits. Kind of like a Well of Radiance divine protection thing. So, other than that, there's no Crucible. Get down. There's no Crucible thing anywhere, but we do see in the roadmap that Iron Banner and Trials start up pretty immediately for the season. We also get to see the... You need to stop. Sorry, my cat's just going wild. We get to see the override missions when they're going to be coming out. We also get to see multiple weekly pinnacle missions. Possibly the quest, the exotic quest, possibly not. But it looks like it'll start on May 25th. Each week will be like I think it's each week you'll have a different part of the pinnacle mission. They show Venus on the 15th. I know it's to signify Vault of Glass raid challenges coming out, but I do believe that they should bring Venus back because that could tie into the story so well. We also get to see that. Excuse me? They're bringing master raids. Oh my god, we could be getting adept raid gear. Bueno. So we see Solstice of Hero begins on the July 6th. Vault of Glass difficulty comes out. That means master raids will be coming out. Or hero raids, heroic raids. Don't know which one they're going to go with. August 3rd, it ends, so we have roughly a month to play Solstice of Heroes. And then August 10 is the epilogue of the season. It makes me wonder what the epilogue means. Some other things that we see up here. 6-player matchmaking in PvE. Armor synthesis, which Bungie royally screwed up on. New story missions, new raid, new weapons and armor, new exotics, plural, which means not just the sidearm is coming out, which means that pinnacle activity probably is a random rolled exotic. My hope, fusion rifle, or linear fusion rifle, because they said they were adding the reservoir burst perk. They hinted at it on random rolls, so we'll have that possibly in the future, as well as the super good device as a possibility. The new artifact, 100+ season ranks, new triumphs and seals, infamy and valor boosts, Trials of Osiris, Iron Banner, Solstice of Heroes, and an expanded helm space. So we're still utilizing the helm. That's good. Well, hello there, little one. I know. So, I don't got much else to say about that other than I'm very excited to see how this season turns out. Other than that, my name's been Epsilsi, and, well, I hope to see you again. See you guys.